Hey everyone, Josh here from Fresh Start Customs, and today I'm going to show you how I do the stain and removal trick. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the outside of these words a dark stain, and then I'm going to leave the word itself the wood color here. So what I did is I had masking tape on this whole thing. You create your score lines for your word and make sure you make them into outlines so they don't cut into each other. And then you take the outside masking tape off where you want the stain to be, and you got to make sure you get in between the O's and the E's and the S's here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to stain right over top of this very lightly around these areas, and then we'll work darker and darker. And then afterwards we're going to peel this masking tape off, and that will expose the raw wood. Now keep in mind this could bleed over, so you want to be careful with it. It very well could do it to me too, so you may have to do a couple attempts to get used to it. It still happens with me every once in a while, but essentially what we're trying to do here is we're trying to break the wood between here and here with that score line. That way it stops that bleed. So we're going to go ahead and get started here, and then we'll work our way inwards. I'm going to work from the outside in until my paper towel dries out here. That way I can do a lighter stain here, and then I'll wipe the paper towel over the whole thing afterwards. So as you can see, I just wetted this here, so I'm going to get started and work my way out until it gets dry, and then I'll start going through there. It should go pretty quick here for it to get dry. So as you can see, that's pretty light already. So that's probably enough just to make sure you see how it's getting a little streaky there. So now that it's a little bit dry, we're just going to lightly go over this whole area, just like this. And you don't want to be too rough with it, because if you peel up that masking tape, you're going to cause that bleed over to go through. And I'm going to just flip it over here and make this side a little bit dry here, since we're already getting a little dry. As you can see, that's a little bit damp still, so hopefully didn't mess that up. But we're going to just keep going over this, and then I'll have to reapply, so I'll fast forward it from here. Alright, as you guys can see, I went over that quite a few times. I went a little aggressive and a little heavier than I usually do, just so I could get it done quicker for the video. I usually go lighter coats on top of each other, so hopefully this didn't bleed over into the actual words. We'll see here in a little bit after this dries. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then we'll come right back to this. Alright, you guys, so I think this has been about 5 minutes. It's probably still a little damp, but I did dry it off with the paper towel here, so we're going to give it a go, see what it turns out like for the video here. Alright, so there you guys have it. Sorry I bumped the camera there. I was paying attention to what I was doing there because I had stain on my fingers too. So I didn't want to get inside the actual engraving itself there. So that's what it looks like right there. It turns out pretty nice. It's kind of almost looks like a wood inlay, but all we're doing is using stain and score lines. So I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope this was another cool trick that you guys can use in your own laser engraving projects here, and we'll catch you guys next time.